Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Another quick game image planetary I Spy going on here. And we have this image, which was taken only about a week ago. Well, at least it was sent to the website about a week ago. It's probably taken months ago. These images have been processed, but they look quite good quality because the things on the ground are quite close up. So they're relatively clear and not too bad. So this is the image. It's from Seoul 2003, as it says at the top here. And we have what are basically a load of little pebbles and rocks and stuff. Some of them look kind of interesting, most of them don't, as usual. Until you look up here to the top corner of the image here, okay? Links in the description below. Download it and take a look yourself. This is the main thing that I'm concerned with today. And I did post this on my group ArtAlienTV Mars magazine a couple of days ago and said there would be a video coming soon, and this is it, of course. Now also, whilst I'm here, if any of you've got any clips like this that you think are really interesting and clear, they do need to be clear, then rather than post it to my email address or whatever, the best thing to do is to come on to ArtAlienTV FB. You can just look that up on Facebook. And you can just leave me messages here, and you can leave much larger images on here because it will let you post images much bigger. Whereas my email has a restriction of about 10 megabytes or something like that, and that's not really big enough, okay? And I do get a lot of people sending stuff in without any links to the original image or any sort of image number or anything like that. So if you do send anything in, make sure you have the image number and the original page you got it from, the link to that page that image came from, okay? So make sure you do that. If you are a new subscriber, don't forget to press the notifications bell like we have here next to the subscribe button, and then you will get notifications when I bring out a video, and an reminder will be sent to you for you to watch at your leisure, okay? But this was the main one. I've got it up in a folder here. I've done all the clips already to save time because we don't want to take all day. And as you can see, this is crazy. Now, let's look at the raw image first. Now, I've enlarged this just to stop it pixelating so much, okay? I haven't done anything else to it. I've just enlarged the image. So it looks a little bit better when you zoom in. And this is the cat-like carving we have here. Okay, that's completely raw, and unfortunately there's this horrible line which is in all the mass cam images. This is a fault on the camera. It's been there for many years now, and it goes right up through, almost right through this cat statue. Now if you look carefully, if you try and ignore this line here, you look carefully, you can see a mouth here, you can see an eye there, a big ear, a nose here, although there's some odd details in here. This looks like it may have been damaged or something, I don't know. This probably has been broken and it's kind of cracked in an odd kind of pattern there. There's also a kind of rock joined to it, or another part to it here, sticking out the back. Now whether that's part of this, I don't know, but there's a shadow underneath it there, so it's kind of almost like it's hovering. Really odd. But yeah, this looks like a cat, but not any sort of cat I've seen. And I've just been going over this image again, and I also realised that there are two other things here. What looks like a little skull or something here, and another one here, with a kind of beak here and an eye there. This one has an eye, you can see an eye, nose here. This is buried. You can see actually that this would come. If you look at this shadow, sand is semi-transparent, so you can actually see through this bit of sand here. You can see it underneath there, coming round. And I expect that there would be a lower jaw part or something to it there. Don't know what it is, don't know what sort of creature that might be. It looks like something. I mean, that eye is pretty clear to me. This one looks weird, it looks like a turtle or something, some kind of reptilian creature. Brow ridge here and an eye there. I mean, that may be pareidolia. I'm not so sure about that one. But this, when you look at it nice and big, is not pareidolia. Now, let me show you some clips, because what I did is I just played with the contrast a little bit and cleaned it up, okay? And what I did is I made a montage image, which is the best one to pick. This one, I think, is probably the best one, as it's much brighter. And you can see there the raw clip behind. I've inserted the enhanced clip on top in this montage, and then put a little clip of a lion. Now, I'm not saying it is a lion, I'm just putting that there for comparison. Basically, it looks like a cat or something similar. It may not be a cat, but to me it looks kind of cat-like, although the nose seems to have broken off here. This should come up a bit higher and be more prominent here. And there's some weird texturing going on here, like it's broken up, and this may have been smashed, of course. But when you know, all you got to do is play with the contrast, and the mouth detail comes out. I removed the line that was there. I just got rid of that line in the image. I just covered over that, just to make it look nicer. That's the only reason why. And I've just darkened it and added contrast. I've used the clarify tool, which brings out the shadows around the eyes and mouth and stuff. And what I thought was really odd about this, which makes me think it's not a petrified cat and is a carving, is we have this strange detail here, like a clip. It's almost as if this was made from more than one piece of rock, carved from more than one piece of rock, or it was damaged and then repaired. It has what looks like a metal clip just here. Can you see that? You've got a square bit here and a shiny bit here going into almost like a staple. And some more kind of joins here, like little clips. Very strange. Now, what does that suggest? I don't know. Either this was damaged and fixed, or it could have been a moving object. In other words, this could be a hinge, perhaps, for this to move up and down. So this may have been part of, I don't know, some kind of, I hate to say it, animatronic kind of cat, rather than an actual, just a plain carving of a cat. Really, really strange. Why would there be a kind of hinge just at the back of the jaw here? The jaw goes right back to here, and this may have been hinged. I don't know. Could it be a repair? There is a bit of distortion in the image, because unfortunately it's right at the top. Let me show you the raw image again. It's right at the top of the image, so we're missing the very top part here. The top of the ear should come up a bit higher, and there should be another ear behind that as well, which we're not seeing because the top of the image is missing. Now, I've been looking at more recent sols and it hasn't turned up in any of the others, so this is, I think, the only image we have of this, unfortunately. So that was really weird, and it's got this really bright kind of whisker thing kind of sticking out here. Let's look at the enhanced clip again. I think it was that one. Yeah, was it this one? Yeah, and you've got this really bright kind of whisker, and you've also got these kind of, if you look at the details on this thing here, this lioness, you have rows of kind of holes here in the sort of maxilla there, where the sort of whiskers would come out, almost like we have here. We've got these little pits and holes. So that's a bit of a match. I'm not saying this is a lion. I might call it a lion, but I don't think it is. I just think it's some kind of cat, or a depiction of some kind of cat. Obviously a Martian cat, which has got a longer kind of snout, a longer, thinner kind of head. And of course it may be stylized. If it is carved, which it certainly looks like it's not a mummified head, this looks like it's carved, then it may well be stylized. And often, if you look at some of the Egyptian lions and sphinxes, their faces are kind of stylized. They don't look exactly like a lion. They look kind of like a some kind of cat, but you wouldn't instantly recognize them as a lion. Some of the facial features are slightly wrong. But there we have it. Really, really odd. And there's some good eye detail in there. You've got this light patch underneath the eye like you have here. You've got quite a prominent brow ridge there with a sort of highlight in exactly the right place here, just here. So we've got a light spot. That's where the bone is close to the skin, and it's reflecting on the actual lion here. Of course, if this is carved, then that's just sticking up more. So I'm rambling now. I really don't know what else to say about this. This was pretty freaky. And there's other two little things up here as well. There's like a little skull thing here with an eye and a nose, and another weird thing there, which may be nothing, of course, but really odd. What can I say? It answers on a postcard as usual, guys. Why is there a weird kind of clip-like attachment to this, just here? Why would there be? And is it a cat, or is it some other kind of creature? Could it be a dog or some other kind of strange creature? I don't know. It looks a bit cat-like, but of course it may not be. It may be something completely different that just looks a bit like a cat. It's not an exact match, but of course this is Mars. And for all those people out there who think this is on Devon Island, well, there must have been a lot of artists on Devon Island in the very distant past, thousands of years ago, carving all these wonderful things. And of course, if this is Devon Island, why does it look like we're in a desert? Devon Island is covered in snow about 48 or 50 weeks of the year, and is also in the Arctic Circle, which means that it's in either semi-darkness or darkness for half the year round. So that doesn't add up either. So this isn't Devon Island. Some people have even said Ireland or Denver Island. Some of the troll comments I get, which are really quite funny. But there we have it. It's some kind of cat or creature, a carving of, and to me it looks kind of like a lion, but am I thinking lion just because of the colour, because it's that sort of golden colour? I don't know. It could be a marsupial that just happens to look a bit cat-like. Marsupials can take all shapes and forms, so who knows, but it does look like a carving of a creature. And this back part here definitely looks like it's carved. A mummified head wouldn't have that smooth line to it and clean break here, and certainly would not have what looks like a metal clip holding it together. This is crazy, really crazy. That clip is causing me difficulties here. I'm struggling to think what that would be there for, other than either a repair or a hinge. Now, why would a statue need a hinge on it? Could it be some kind of moving statue where some of the statues able to move around, or perhaps just nod slightly? You know, sometimes you get these carvings of Buddhas and bowls in China where they're like earthquake detectors, where they would have a huge kind of porcelain bowl or huge bronze bowl, and they would have these little lions' faces on them with teeth, and balanced in their teeth they would have a big ball, like a metal ball or something made of steel or iron. And if there was just as an earthquake was starting, these balls would fall out because they were very finely balanced in the mouths of these lions, and they were basically earthquake detectors. So perhaps this was like a nodding dog type thing, and indicated something like that. That's the only comparison I can think of in art, ancient art on Earth anyway. There may be others that I haven't thought of right now, but to be honest, I hadn't really, until I looked at it again today, I completely forgot about this kind of hinge, kind of clip thing here. What is that? And it doesn't get particularly clear because the image is quite low quality, but luckily there's enough information in the image, because we're near to the object. There's enough information in it to determine that we're looking at something really interesting here, not just a rock, and it's not pareidolia or parrotdolia, because people keep repeating that word as if it just rules out everything that everyone's found on Mars for years and years and years. So there we have it. That's about it, really. I've got some other clips of it here. Let's look at it a bit closer up. I don't know if that actually helps. Is that any clearer? It's not as bright, but yeah. If you're getting really close, it kind of breaks up. But you've got these interesting details on the nose here. Now, has this been damaged? It looks like it has. I don't know. I'm a little bit speechless about this one, actually, for once. Of course, this may have been underwater for quite some time, so these may be little shells on there or something like that, like little tiny seashells or mollusk shells that are attached to it, like little tiny barnacles or something. There's lots of them, and it doesn't seem to match the rest of it. Why just there and not over here? So, bit of a mystery, this one. So please comment below, boys and girls. And I know a lot of you people often point out things that I miss. Let's have another quick look at that one more time, and I'll put an extra couple of clips of this in at the end. There's the raw image. A little head there with an eye and a weird thing here, and what looks like some kind of cat or similar creature. And you can see the mouth. Once you know it's there, that eye's quite clear. You can even see a pupil where my cursor is there. You look carefully, just there. And you've got a darker kind of eyelash detail. So this looks kind of like it's carved, but of course may not be. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you soon. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it on social media.